What is up, YT? And today we're playing Ironfront Liberation 1944. This is a separate game from ArmA, but it uses the same engine. It's basically, have you ever played the Invasion 1944, I think is mod for ArmA 2? Well, this is a totally separate game based in World War II, and at the moment it's not very popular amongst the Europeans in the US. The servers are just full of Russians and Germans, believe it or not, considering the two main factions of this game is actually Russians and Germans. So at the moment we're playing blitzkrieg, and the point of this multiplayer mode is supposedly fast-paced. You know, a lot. Well, I would say fast-paced. We're not talking Battlefield or COD, but we're talking a lot more fast-paced multiplayer than normal. So if you used to play Warfare, it could be ages before you actually run into another player. But this focuses on town captures within a certain distance of each other, and you can paradrop in on friendly towns, as I'm doing now. Now I'm commentating back on some footage, game that I played earlier today, and I really wish you'd stop shouting out in Russian. As you can tell, the actual players speaking online are Russian themselves, so I have no way of communicating really with these guys, so I'm just sort of Ramboing it at the moment. Now, there's one thing that lacks in Ironfront multiplayer, and that's a decent Warfare mode. I absolutely love Warfare mode in ArmA 2, especially Benny's Warfare. For those of you who played it, you know what I'm talking about. It is just awesome. And yeah, Ironfront. Oh, let's just shoot this guy standing in the building. I thought I could hear his footsteps, and they're pretty loud, the footsteps in this game, so you can actually hear people rustling around in the buildings. But anyway, back to the subject, Warfare. Ironfront does have a Warfare mode. It's called Dust, Capture the Island. It's okay. It's, you know, it's semi-working, I guess. It's work in progress, but it's nowhere near Benny's Warfare at the moment, given the fact that there's no Warfare buildings. And I think a lot of people are crying out for the guy to port it over to Ironfront. But considering the popularity of Ironfront amongst the Europeans and US, it's, you know, is it worth his time? I don't know. I really do hope this game becomes more popular amongst the Europeans and the US, because it really is authentic. I love authentic vehicles and weapons, and this game really does deliver on that. It's just Russians talking over me. The one thing that bothers me about this game is the sound effects, obviously. The sound effects in ArmA 2 actually bothered me as well, which is why me and probably 80% of the current ArmA community use sound mods, which I use the JSRS sound mod, which just amplifies the atmosphere of the game tenfold. But yeah, the sound effects in Liberation 1944 are absolutely, well, the word I can express is tinny. It sounds like, you know, we have a big bucket over our head, a tin bucket over our head, and everything just no bass, you know, tinny rattles and stuff like that. But the vehicles and the weapons themselves look absolutely great. The reason why I sped this section of the video up is because I'm trying to. This is hardcore mode, and I didn't actually think we had map markers. So I'm trying to find the next town to, you know, go capture. And I go in completely the wrong direction. I actually realised, oh yes, there are map markers, and I can see myself on the map by the time, because I got to this town, I was like, you know, the fuck is everyone? And realised, you know, it's the wrong place, and there's no actual objective here. So I take a look, you know, where is everyone? Look at the map. I should be there, but I'm not. Where am I? I'm scared to find out where the fuck I am. There I am, you know, right in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. It's like, oh, for God's sake, GVM. Your bearings as a scout are just terrible. No one's going to follow you into battle because we'll end up friggin' in France or something. So I'm like, okay, we're lost. Let's just head back to the town we was just at and defend that, because I think it's under attack. Bearing in mind I'm watching footage back that I played earlier today. But, yeah, Ironfront, absolutely awesome. Well worth the, I think it's like £19 on Steam. And you know it will grow in popularity. ArmA 2, apart from the hardcore few at the beginning, bought the game. Now the game's actually swarmed with people, mainly because of DayZ. There are so many people buying this game just for that mod. It's crazy. The amount of servers you get on DayZ now is crazy. It just, if I want to put co-op in my server filter in ArmA 2, it's just DayZ, all down, fucking hundreds of them. It's quite daunting, but the thing is, these DayZ players are starting to branch out from DayZ. I was playing online Escape Chineris the other day, and this guy joins, and he's like, and he's talking to me through the in-game voice chat, which I was quite surprised. And he's like, "Dude, I just bought this game just because of DayZ," and I'm like, surprised how much you can do in it and how much there is to play. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're about, 4 years behind. Everyone else is just completely modded the crap out of this game and just turned it into completely different stuff. So these DayZ players, they're playing DayZ, and it's only a matter of time before they start branching out and actually realizing what an excellent tactical simulator this game is. Well, not just a tactical simulator, it's a complete military simulator. You can wage massive wars all the way down to close combat, and although it is clunky, and no one's going to deny that ArmA 2 is so clunky, it's like trying to play with a brick, it's like trying to play with a brick on each finger. It's like that, but you get used to it and you get to love it, and that is what I love about ArmA. How old is this game now? 2009, and people are still throwing out mods and missions left, right and centre. So much for, Operation Flashpoint, Dragon Rising. How long did that friggin' last? I still play that time to time because there's a very small community left in that game actually producing missions, mainly the squad level tactics and island warfare. But that's to the minor few. It could have been a lot better, but it wasn't, and that's why people will come back to ArmA 2. And now we are still, they're still bringing out games with the same engine, even in 2012, like this Iron Front Liberation. So currently we're back in that town we was just, where we headed out from, where we killed that German dude, and we're actually under mortar attack. I'm not sure if it's friendly or, or the Axis are actually shelling the town, but yeah, we're being shelled, and it's currently under attack. And I think that there was a marker on the map saying that some guy spotted someone in the building. So I'm looking over in that direction and thinking, let's get back and flank that dude. If anyone's there, we need to get around. The best way to survive in ArmA and Iron Front is flanking. You are never going to survive charging out there, guns blazing. You're just going to get killed. It's as simple as that. And the one thing that's difficult about Iron Front is you have iron sights. In ArmA 2, and Operation Arrowhead, in Operation Arrowhead, you have ACOG sights, hollow sights, all the sights under the sun that you could possibly want. In Iron Front, you have your iron sights, and 95% of the time that is what you'll be using down the sight of your gun. So it's pretty difficult to actually shoot people. Even if you see them point blank in front of you, you still have to line up your iron sights, which is a hell of a lot more difficult than using an advanced gun sight. Even with the sniper sights, it's pretty much difficult. But we're still being shelled, and I'm making my way around the back of these buildings, trying to figure out where this German Nazi bastard is. Yeah, we're still being shelled, and up that road there is where the Germans should be coming from, because their captured town is just up the road. So I'm being very cautious of crossing this actual road, mainly because earlier there was APCs and jeeps coming down this road. So I have to be tactful about it. Choose the right time to actually cross the road. And I love the word tactful. This game just oozes tactics, and it's not like your COD, let's just group up and, zerg the friggin' flag. We actually have to be thinking about where we're going and what we're actually doing here. And then mortars still, them mortars are actually someone at one of the bases shelling the town, and he must be incredibly, A, bored, or, B, love being artillery. It's still coming down. You can hear the whistling of the mortar shells. And my German teammates, not German, my Russian teammates talking. So I'm going to start checking these buildings out. And thankfully I have a pretty decent gun. It's quite a high rate of fire, but not terribly accurate. So it seems all quiet, but there are Germans around here somewhere, and this is what makes it difficult. It's hard to spot where your actual enemies are. And it's a friendly plane, I believe. It is absolutely amazing watching the old World War II fighter planes, the Stuka, I think it's called, the German Stuka, and I forget what the Russian one is, damn it. Can't figure it off the top of my head, but when they do their strafing runs on the towns and you just see this shower of tracer fire coming down on the towns, it is really good. Stuka, I think it is, for the Germans. That's friendly, I believe. Actually, there's a real player in there as well. It's not AI. So the USSR are actually capturing a lot of towns, and I'm just figuring out what to do. This town's pretty much safe at the moment, I guess. Now, for the life of me, I'm trying to figure out where this dude is. He's been spotted, and I can't figure out where he is. I thought he was back there, but you know, I don't think he is. He's either been killed or he's hiding. And then, yeah, that's it. I hear the fire and I'm like, you are back there, you little weasel. I just checked back there. Where the hell are you? Okay, so I'm checking and he's actually killed one of our guys. So I know he's around there somewhere. So there he is. So I'm like, I see you. Give him some fire and run. And I think I actually throw a couple of grenades over this shed, which doesn't actually hit him. I don't think it does. I think it's a bit too far. And he's shooting back at me. He knows I'm behind this shed thing, which doesn't offer the best cover at the best of times. So I'm thinking, oh crap. Either direction is open space. You know, do I run out to the left or right? And I'm thinking, oh crap, where is he? He could be making his way towards me, the other side of this hut thing, this market stall. So I'm like, oh god. I absolutely hate dying in these games because, I don't know, I just hate dying in these games. So I throw a bit of smoke out because there's an enemy player down there that just parachuted in, so I'm going to put a smoke screen up. And a little firefight ensues. And back with the mortars. That dude back at base must be so incredibly bored. Or he absolutely loves being artillery. I wonder if he's actually killed anyone yet. So I'm like, where's the friendly fire coming from? I can't see anyone. I'm like, I might as well be blind here. And then I see his legs facing the other way. So absolutely charged towards him. Pure Russian style. There you are. And you're dead. I mean, yeah, that was a bit gun-ho. But I did see him crawling in the opposite direction, and this game, it does actually take some amount of time to turn around and get your bearings back. You know, if you run and do a 360, you can't do these like you see in COD, where you see these snipers doing 360 fucking sniper shots and people. You can't do that in this game, which I'm overly thankful for. So that's friendly. The first friendly player I've actually seen in a while. These servers aren't incredibly populated at the moment, so I'm like trying to figure my way out of this goddamn building. I'm still not used to the building layouts of this game because there's quite a few, and there's dead Russian on the floor there. So I'm like, okay, someone's died there. That's not good. So back with the clunkiness there, I was trying to move forward, but the dead soldier was blocking me. And we're seeing German parachutes everywhere. I think that's German anyway. Or it could be a parachuting rabbit by the size of it. It's not. It didn't look like a player model. So I'm hearing gunfire to my left here, and I'm like, God damn it, more Germans to kill. And I'm absolutely surprised I haven't died yet, but it's probably mainly because the server's not terribly populated. So I can hear some footsteps. I'm like, huh? That does sound like it's outside. It's either outside or upstairs. Oh, it's friendly. He come back. He was like, "The fuck, bruh? I'm on your side." I'm like, "Oh." You know, for all I know, that was the guy there. He's talking now. He's having a go at me in Russian, I guess. And I see a German soldier there in front of me, and using the world's most inaccurate weapon, lay down some fire at him. And I do actually kill him. He's down. Town successfully defended, I would say. But there are German paratroopers all around this town. They're just parachuting in right on top of our position. And they've actually captured the town, so that means when I kill them, they can redeploy pretty quickly on top of us. So it's never a good thing being in a town where the enemy can just paradrop right on top of your head. And I hear an APC, so I'm like, oh crap, I have no AT weapons whatsoever. I think the best I could do is try and shoot into the APC. There's another German soldier there, parachuting down, trying to lay down some fire on him. This gun has served its purpose in close quarters, but at range it is terribly inaccurate. So the APC is getting closer now. And it is coming past. So I'm going to hide in this bush and let him pass, because there's not much I can do. And my guy's voice is actually screaming, "Oh, enemy APC," and giving the grid coordinates. And I do hope the other team can't hear that, because it's pretty loud. So I know there's an APC to my right and a German trooper parachuting in. Well, he's on the ground now, but he's to my right as well. So I'm like, oh crap, I'm behind the bush. Hardly the best bullet protection. So I'm like, where the hell are you, sunshine? Okay, I'm going to come to you. So what is a null in the action at the moment? Let's talk about up-and-coming games. And the one I'm most looking forward to is PlanetSide 2. Cannot wait for that. It's you know, it's a Twitch shooter. You know, it's practically future Battlefield. It's not going to be tactical like this. It's going to be run and gun most of the time, I guess, with vehicles. But it does look fun, and who can deny the fact that 2,000 players on one map? Oh, there he is. There's the paratrooper. And I haven't killed him yet, so I'm like, oh crap. Let's just use this gun what it's for and just spray and pray. And I did kill him. So I'm like, whew. The one thing you do if you're taking fire is run for cover. And that guy was sort of, doing the tactical run, I guess it's called. Trying to loot his body, but no cigar, because I must be running low on ammo. And given that this server's hardcore, I have no idea how much ammo I have left. So the best idea to close this door. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. PlanetSide 2, can't wait. Who can deny 2,000 players battling over one complex is not going to be truly epic. And the engine that they've built from the ground up just for this game just looks amazing. Really does. What else am I looking forward to? Mech Warrior Online. I'm actually in the beta for that. It's pretty well, I'm not going to say anything about that because I'm under NDA at the moment, unfortunately, so I can't really say much about it apart from, yeah, it's pretty good. That's all I'm allowed to say. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's all you're getting. Sorry guys, but I've got my beta key for PlanetSide 2 from PC Gamer magazine. Actually bought 2 of them, 2 copies of the PC Gamer magazine, one for a friend, and actually have 2 accounts on the Sunny Online. One is actually a PlanetSide 1 veteran who should get in the game as well. But I bought the PC Gamer key just in case and created a new account because I have to get in that beta. I really do. I have to scream and shout at the bugs to the devs. I really do. But yeah, that's coming out sometime this year, hopefully sooner rather than later, because there's a lot of people anxiously awaiting it, and I'm one of them. What else we got? ArmA 3 on the horizon. Well, on the horizon, I say it's been delayed to 2013, which seems like an entire lifetime away at the moment. More Germans, you know, paratrooping on their, paradropping on their heads. Joy. So I'm out in the open here capturing this flag, and there's just no way else to take this flag. It's out in the open in the middle of this town square. So I'm like, oh crap. Just stay still, and hopefully no one sees you. And I can hear an APC, and I'm thinking to myself, is that the one that passed me earlier? I have no idea. And I think that's German. So I opened fire and actually killed a dude. I think, oh shit, it's German. And then I'm like, oh fuck, crap, he's friendly. So I'm saying sorry. I can't speak Russian, so I'm just saying sorry. I'll get no reply. Friendly fire in this game is you have to mark your targets and find out whether they're friendly or not. It's one of the things. It's like you don't get a marker on your head, red or green. You actually have to look at their uniform and think to yourself, friendly or not. Oh, German. Just spray that, spray down that alley, and I killed him. He's dead. So I'm like, yes, another kill. How the hell am I not dead? And my guy is still screaming out orders. I'm still bottom of the list though. I'm 10th. I've got 9 kills, and there's some dude with like 27. He must have been on here a while. So I thought I was doing pretty well, and then I checked the scoreboard, and I'm actually not. Oh, fuck, it's like, oh Jesus. So this town's been captured by us, and now it's really time to move on to the next town. So I'm going to grab my APC that I killed the friendly guy in earlier. Is one way to pay him back, and that's to take his APC. So I'm thinking, is this dude going to get in with me or not? I'm sounding the horn. Man the gun, Jesus. And he doesn't look like he wants to man the gun. He's just looking at me. That may be the dude that I killed earlier, and he wants his APC back. But he's not going to get it back. You either be the gunner, or you don't get it back, son. No, he doesn't want it. Fair enough. That's your choice. I offered the ride. So they're looking at the Jeep and wondering, just get my goddamn APC rather than the Jeep. Jesus. At least it has a mounted gun. So you jump in, and back to my epic orienteering. Which direction am I going? Completely the wrong way again. This is actually probably the same road I went down earlier and got lost. So I'm looking at the map thinking, oh, for God's sake, going the wrong way again. This road, Jesus. There we go. And I think I looked behind me and realised everyone's left. It's like, I ain't going with you, bro. You're going the wrong way. Fuck that, I'm bailing. So I'm like, okay, I'm back on my own again. So this is the road towards the German captured town, which is more than likely where they're going to be coming from. And I can see that another 2 main roads in front of me here. I'm thinking, Jesus, what excellent position for an MG. So I got the mounted gun, and I'm thinking, oh man, it'd be so epic if a Jeep or something was to come down the road and I could light it up. That'd just be awesome. And I really, really wish that happened, but it doesn't, because we captured the town ahead. And I'm like, oh crap. So the next town is across the river, which is quite a long ride away. So I'm like, oh, here we go. Back to the cabbing. The one thing about ArmA 2 and Iron Front is getting around, and you really do have to have the patience for driving around the map. And the maps in Iron Front They're really good. They're open, and there's lots and lots of towns and swamp areas, and there's a massive river on this one. And there's 3 maps, 3 or 4 maps, and they're all pretty big. And these roads are absolutely huge. If you go in ArmA 2, the roads are pretty narrow, but the roads in Ironfront are so wide. I guess for the tank columns and stuff, but the roads are terribly, you know, massive. So while we're driving, I'll talk about Battlefield 3, and I bought the DLC, the what's it called? Close Quarters. Oh, I wish I didn't. Jesus, talk about dying every 2 seconds. I made the mistake of playing a game, the Conquest mode, with 64 player on Close Quarters. And you just cannot survive. No matter how skillful you are, there is always someone behind you. You could be the best player in the world and you just still will not last 5 seconds in that map. On a Close Quarters map with that many players. So I downscaled my game. I mean, the one thing I like about Battlefield is the big games, the 64 player games, and I had to downsize because of the maps. And you know, Close Quarters, not for me. The maps are pretty good and very detailed, and the destruction in them is amazing. But it's just, you know, it's not me. ArmA is me. Big open maps. Let's, you know, drive there. Everyone get in the tank or the APC, and let's take a 10-minute drive to our objective. With the, you know, the worrying in the back of your head that you could be ambushed at any time. But yeah, Close Quarters, not very impressed with it. Armored Kill when it comes out, the DLC Armored Kill, yeah, that looks pretty fun. AC-130, nice, not player driven, but it's scripted. But you can jump in the gunner seats, which is everyone loves raining down fire from a AC-130, and we won the game. And I'm pretty disappointed there's no scoreboard or a big sign saying you won. It's like, okay, that was like half an hour game and it didn't even say that we won, apart from that little bit there. And then we're immediately chucked back to the server. So anyway, that's Ironfront Liberation, a quick look at Blitzkrieg. Thanks for watching. This is GVM-uk, signing out.